5, 4, 3, 2.
I know you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there and feel so wonderful. It's all for real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up the members of my nation. It's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take one. And the time to see the brighter side of every situation. Some things are meant to be, so give me your best and leave the rest to me. Leave it all to me. Leave it all to me. Just leave it all to me.
Welcome back, AHS. I'm Cade Lottie.
And I'm Dylan Hyatt.
And this is The Reds. Wow, the 2010s sure were wild.
Yeah, one day we're listening to Gangnam Style, and all of a sudden, the decade is over.
This decade, we saw the rise and fall of a lot of trends over the years.
In the US, smartphones are used by more than 50% of the population.
And with the rise of smartphones, we saw more content being consumed than ever.
Most people had access to YouTube, Facebook, and whatever else all ready to go in their pocket.
Not to mention the new market that was mobile games.
We'll never forget you, Angry Birds.
I've always been more of a temple run kind of guy.
It's okay to be wrong sometimes. Speaking of running, hey Zach, how are Indian athletes doing?
Let's find out in this week's Res Sports.
He may be the greatest athlete of all time. There is mustard on the lettuce.
On Tuesday, boys basketball had a game against Crum, so let's see some highlights of that.
Breaking my back just to know your name. 17 tracks and I've had it with know your name. But heaven ain't close in a place like this. Anything goes, but don't think you might miss. 'Cause heaven ain't close in a place like this. I said heaven ain't close in a place like this. Bring it back down, bring it back.
They won 54-51. Way to go, guys. Girls basketball also had a game against Mineral Wells on Tuesday. Let's see some highlights.
Well, somebody told me you had a boyfriend who looked like a girlfriend that I had in February of last year. It's not confidential. I've got potential. Ready, let's roll on to something new. Taking its toll that I'm leaving without you. 'Cause heaven ain't close in a place like this. I said heaven ain't close in a place like this. Bring it back down tonight. Never thought I'd let her
They won 50-31. Good job, girls. Also on Tuesday, boys soccer had a game against Fort Worth. They won 6-0. Girls soccer also had a game against Crowley on Tuesday, and they won 4-2. Today, boys basketball has a game against Anna. Girls basketball has a game against Ferris, and girls soccer has a game against North Lamar. And that's all for this week's Res Sports. Back to you guys.
A lot of amazing things happened this decade.
The dank memes were really amazing.
Speaking of things that happened this decade, hey Toby, didn't you go around asking this week's A-Walking question?
I sure did. This week, I went around asking what your favorite thing about last decade was. Let's see what you had to say.
Marvel Studios.
All right, my favorite thing about the decade is when the homie X got capped. Big up X.
My favorite thing about last decade, race in peace, is Harlem Shake.
Getting rejected.
Minecraft.
My childhood Disney shows.
The Jonas Brothers getting back together.
My favorite thing about last decade was I turned 50 and I'm still alive.
Memes. Oh, did I break it? Okay. My favorite thing about the decade would definitely have to be Donald Trump, our Lord and Savior. Donald Trump 2020. This commercial is paid for by Donald Trump.
Trump.
Thank you.
Those are some great answers. My favorite thing about the last decade was all of the marching band competitions. Back to you guys.
If you had to name a highlight of the decade, what would it be?
Definitely all the memes that have come over the years.
That's definitely a pretty important part of this decade. Remember when the funniest things online were pictures of cute animals?
Of course. How could anyone forget?
Well, now we get to look at some cute animals of our own on this week's POW.
Hey everyone, Mr. Neary here, and instead of a dog or a cat this week, because of some unforeseen circumstances at the shelter, we decided the pet of the week is going to be a fish, specifically Bozemanii rainbow. The Bozemanii rainbow, in the Latin Melanotania bozemanii, or Bozeman's rainbow fish is the common name, hails from the Ajumaru Lakes region and Aitinjo Lake in the Vogelkop Peninsula of West Papua New Guinea. Their natural habitat is the tributaries of these waterways, where it is swampy marshland. They are, unfortunately, severely endangered in the wild due to overharvesting. However, they are bred in mass numbers in captivity for the aquarium trade. In fact, I breed quite a few of them in my fish room. They are called rainbow fish because of the male's brilliant colors, going from blue to orange and then red across the body, shown especially in the mornings when displaying for females. They lay eggs in overhanging vegetation. Here's an egg on a spawning mound. They are an active, peaceful fish that reach about 5 inches. If you're looking for a great looking fish for a 20-gallon tank or larger, I highly recommend the Bozemanii rainbow.
That was pretty lit, fam.
As lit as it.
Time for Indian interview time.
They were singing, my, it's Indian interview time, where we interview some Indians and have a good time. So sit back and watch this interview time, cause it's Indian interview time, Indian interview time.
Welcome back, AHS, to Indian Interview Time. I'm Corey Buelan, and today I have with me my brother Colton Buelan and my other brother Caden Buelan. So, together, collectively, we will have been in the res for over a decade. When Caden graduates, Neary would have had our family in his class consecutively for 11 years straight. I don't know about you, but that's a pretty long time. And in the res, though, we've had a lot of fun memories. So, like, what was your most fun memory about the res?
Getting this studio upstairs in the Mac lab was pretty exciting when it was happening, because my sophomore year, we were downstairs in a computer lab working on our own laptops on not official software. And once we got up here and got all our stuff, it was actually pretty great. Fun experience.
But you still made the res work, right? So
yeah.
Y'all still did an episode a week, and you did the same kind of stuff we're doing.
Actually, my sophomore year was the first year the res put an episode out every single week.
That was your first. So what about your freshman year? What happened then?
My freshman year, I wasn't in the res. I was in Neary's AV class, and he didn't have the intern program then.
Okay.
And so I don't know what weeks there weren't episodes, but I know it was pretty close to every week. But I know my sophomore year, every single week there was an episode out, and that was the first time the res ever did that.
The intern episodes when we go to 48 hour. 48 hour is a really fun part of res. Whenever you become a member next year, and did you ever go? You went to 40, you went to the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, you went to the first 48 hour. But yeah, 48 hours is a lot of fun. It's 2 days straight of just filming and editing, and then at the end of it all, you get to watch all these amazing videos that your group and other groups made. So you did do 48 hour though, and didn't you do Cast It Away?
Yes, it was Cast It Away. It was a parody of the movie Castaway. Neary jumped in a pond, pretty much, and everyone told him after he jumped in the pond that everyone who ever has gotten in that pond came out extremely sick. Neary was paranoid for a little while after that.
Other things that the rest have done, I mean, there's TSA, obviously. So what did you enjoy about TSA?
Well, my video on demand group my senior year made it to, didn't get to state. We went to state. We didn't make it to nationals my senior year.
That's all for this week's Indian Interview Time, AHS. This has been my brother Colton and my brother Caden. See y'all next week.
Even with all of our technological advancements this decade, it's still important to pick up a book and study.
Wig.
Man, this test is so cool. I'm gonna study for a whole decade just to pass.
Nah, I don't even care about this test though.
Who invented Despacito?
Louis Fonsi.
That was pretty masterfully done.
Just like the Masterpiece Theater.
Masterpiece Theater presents Donald's Decade Discussion, where Donald talks about the last decade. Anyway, here's Donald.
Hi, I'm Donald Howard. I'm going to be talking to you about the events of the last decade. Apple iPad came out in 2010. It was about this big and about a 1/4 inch thick. It had the old YouTube app, which looks like a little television with the knobs on it. This is back whenever you could actually play videos and close the app and not have to have YouTube Premium or whatever it is, that red. Osama bin Laden, a very bad man, was removed from the map in 2011. In 2012, everyone remember how the world was going to end? In 2013, What Does the Fox Say became a viral sensation on YouTube. In 2014, Malaysian airline flight 370 went missing, and not much was ever found. In 2015, there was the dress debate. Remember the dress where it was either blue or yellow? Well, no one ever found out, and also in that year, Apple released racially diverse emojis. In 2016, the Chicago Cubs won their first World Series in 108 years. Wow. In 2017, everyone was playing with fidget spinners. Remember those? You put them on your fingers and you spin them? Also in 2017, Donald Trump was elected to office. In 2018, Kim Jong-un crossed the border into South Korea for the first time since 1958. In 2019, the first ever picture of a black hole was recorded. Also in 2019, the Cybertruck from Tesla was announced. I hope that I have informed you about everything that was important in this last decade. I hope this decade will be better than the last.
This has been Donald's Decade Discussion. See you next time where Donald talks about more stuff.
The past 10 years have been a lot of fun with the crazy stuff that went down.
Just look at the insane amount of trends that managed to go viral throughout this time.
From Twitter to TikTok.
From cinnamon to mannequin.
Here's to more fun the next decade by highlighting the skilled,
the funny,
the silly,
the talented.
It's time for this week's
Shenanigans.
Oh, this is my love. This is my senpai. Senpai! Senpai! Smile, senpai!
Hey everyone, welcome back to Artificial Academy 2 and Yandere Roulette. In the last video, I became lovers with a whole bunch of new girls.
Backpacks, backpack! Muito feliz com a escolha dela.
Time for a confetti surprise! Hit it!
And you're gonna drop in here and walk to your right and talk to Greg.
I just wanted to say that it really irritates me. South Park would say that red-haired people don't have a soul.
Top of the morning to you laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye and let's give Five Nights at Freddy's a go again, shall we?
Ma! Yo, there's a stray cat outside. I don't want it starting a fight with Lucy.
Oops. Jesus, it's raining meat.
Yeah, dude, see you on the other side. You look horrible.
Goji Berry man, you sleep on the left side of the bed normally. Now you sleep on the right.
Okay.
I don't like sleeping on your side. It's too close to the wall.
Everybody, careful! I'm going way too fast for my own good!
Wait, hi, Mr. Baldy! Oh, God! I've been a good boy, I swear!
Oh no.
How much? Oh my God!
Lumpy Space Prince is throwing a party in the woods. It's gonna be freaking nasty.
I would like to sing Freak the Freak Out.
Got the coconut shavings! There's a toenail clipping in my drink!
Life just got back to normal. Relax. I got this.
Really? Excuse me. Could you take off your tentacles?
Hey, leave him alone. If he wants to wear karate clothes, let him. At least he's brave enough to be himself.
He's gonna drop his balls when he sees how good we set up these chairs. He's gonna be all like, oh no, my gumball. Yeah, we rule at setting up the chairs.
Wait, hang on, stop! You don't want to do this! Listen, I've been a good boy! I've been a good boy, please! I've been such a good boy! Don't do it! No!
キャベツ、キャベツ、キャベツ。レタス、レタス、レタス。
I'm semi, I think automatic. Money add and multiply, I call it mathematics.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Emily is Away.
Now it's time for a word from our sponsor, Tribal Tees.
For all your shirts,
hoodies,
senior pictures,
and graphic design needs,
see Tribal Tees.
Come join the tribe. And now for a word from Classic Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Cleveland.
What do you think about it, son?
Yeah, this one looks pretty good, Dad.
Just imagine, son, all the years down the road that Classic of Cleveland will take care of our family. You know, after graduation, once you get married.
Yeah, let's get this one. Dad, you think when I have my kids, they can buy their first car here?
Son, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Classic of Cleveland has the vehicle for you. Relax and enjoy the difference.
Here's a word from Chicken Express.
It's so confoundingly good. I must have the recipe.
Follow me to Chicken E.
And now for this week's general announcements.
Make sure to stay in dress code.
Buy your parking stickers.
And make sure to make the 2020s better than ever.
That's all for this week, AHS. Keep that purple pride alive. And until next time, I'm Kate Lottie.
I'm Dan Hyatt.
And this has been The Rez.
3, 2.
Yeah.
I said 3, 2. That means you're ready to talk.
I thought we were...
Stop!
I can't read.
Facebook came out in 2012.
What?
Facebook? Oh no,
I hadn't realized, but please go read the paper.
The Rez.
Oh, I didn't say it.
Totally, near, totally.
Alright.
3.
Is this camera even recording? The red light's not on.
Time for
You messed up real high.
I didn't realize what I was saying.
AHS, this has been my brother Colton and my brother Caden, and
He'll say it, and you say, yeah, Blank was amazing, and then you'll say, get out of here, Ryan.